Hey guys, I'm Wyatt Miller. I'm Slingshot's brand manager for windsurfing and wing surfing. And I'm here to present to you and kind of go over the new Wizard V3 line. This is our third generation of Wizards. They're all new shapes, all new sizes, new features. Tony Lagos, our head designer, and I spent the better part of the last 2 years working on these boards. We're really happy with where they came out. And again, just tons of new features. That sexy little 90 liter is amazing. But first, let's talk about the 130 liter. 130 liter is meant to replace the V2 125, but it's 10 centimeters shorter, 1 centimeter narrower, but all of the boards in the line are almost 2 centimeters thicker than the V2s. We really liked so much of the 125 liter V2. We wanted to keep a lot of that in the 130. Down at my windsurf center in Baja, Mexico, the 125 is what I started people on. It was everybody's first foil board. I just saw so much first time success out of that board. We really wanted to keep a lot of the width, the stability in it. It's just such a great all around board for almost every condition. We really wanted to keep it a lot the same. So we took 10 centimeters shorter, narrowed it up just a hair, 1 centimeter, but again, substantially thicker, 2 centimeters thicker. That's where you get the additional 5 liters of volume. We also changed the foot strap inserts around a little bit. This is set up for full outboard. There's also a slightly more inboard back foot and slightly more inboard front foot. And then what we've noticed is a lot of foilers out there are not getting in this back foot strap. Instead, their back foot is right here, just in front of the 2 back foot straps and right in the center. So we went ahead and put a foot strap right there for you guys, so you guys can get in that one. We also have one just behind it, so if you are getting your foot further back there, there's another centerline back strap just behind it. All of the boards have twin windsurf style foil tracks in the back. Tuttle is gone, Tuttle is dead. Hopefully we don't see it ever again. And that allows you just to perfectly place your center of lift of your foil, which is crucial. Especially with all the different wings and swapping out foils, you have to be able to adjust your center of lift with that twin foil track. Then we got the 114 liter. This replaces the old 105 liter. And Tony and I really wanted to kind of make a more high performance one, less formula style, where you don't have to step all the way across. So we really narrowed it up. And it's just a lot livelier than the 105, being that much narrower. It's the exact same length as the old 105, but again, 10 centimeters narrower, so it's less affected by the wind during carves. You don't have to step as far across to carve. It's just kind of livelier and a whole lot more fun, more of a bump and jump board. Again, it's 2 centimeters thicker, and it comes with a wide array of foot strap options. If this doesn't remind you of old school longboard windsurfing, I don't know what does, but I threw all the foot strap insert locations on there just so I could kind of point them all out and show them to you. So if you're a racer ripping around fast, outboard foot straps is obviously your way to go. Again, a lot of people aren't getting into this back foot strap, so we put a forward center one there for you. Also full back center in case you want to be kind of more bump and jump and just center line in the back. If I'm going to ride this board, I'm more of a freestyle bump and jump guy, so I'm going to go with the more inboard straps, significantly inboard front foot, and I'd probably go with just this rear centerline back strap, make it kind of a bump and jump wave riding slashing board. Then the 2 smaller sizes, the 114 and the 90 liter, we added these forward wingsurf specific foot strap inserts. So if I'm windsurfing, I wouldn't use these really far forward inboard ones, but because I have adjustable foil tracks in the back, both of the smaller sizes and even the big one, they're great crossover winging boards. I've spent a ton of time winging this summer, and I've been using the 90 liter a lot and the 114. They're just great wing boards also. Because you have that twin foil track adjustable system in the back that we'll explain in a second, you can slide your foil all the way forward, put these forward inboard wing specific foot straps on there, and it just doubles down as an epic wing board, kind of all in one. Just a really great board. We were happy with where it came out with, just a lot more lively than the old 105. Then we've got the Wizard 90 liter, and this thing is a gem. This is the board that when you give it to your team riders to test out, and get some feedback, you get the feedback, but you don't get the board back. They won't give it back to you. It's really hard to get anybody off this board. 90 liters, it's only 147 centimeters tall. Super short. Now I got a call from the sales guys when we were putting up the website, and they're like, something's wrong. The Winfoil board says it's 147 centimeters long. Like, it can't be. We make twin tip kiteboards that long. And I was just laughing like, no man, I double check the specs. It's 4'10". It's 147 long. I mean, talk about no swing weight. Talk about riding just the foil and nothing else. Incredible pumpability. This thing's a gem. I can uphaul it. I've seen a lot of folks uphaul it. Definitely takes some technique, but you know, there's tons of people out there who uphaul their 90-liter regular windsurf boards. Just so lively, perfect underfoot. A couple years back, a lot of my big videos doing the big back loops. You know, I was actually on the prototypes of this 90-liter. We've been prototyping it for 3 years now, and just an amazing board. I mean, if you want that direct-to-foil feel, this board is absolutely amazing. It has exactly the same, all the foot strap options as this 114. I just ran out of screws, so I didn't put them all on there. And both of these boards, or all of these boards, come with windsurf Mastrac style quick release foil track. So Tuttle is dead. You really need to be able to adjust the placement of your foil. For me, there's about like a 2 centimeter happy place for where my foil is on my board, and if it's not adjusted perfectly, I'm totally hating life. And when you're switching for different wings, trying out different people's foils, you have to be able to adjust the center of lift perfectly in the track. If you can't, it just drives me totally nuts. I mean, your other option is to move your foot straps around. No one likes moving their foot straps around. Way easier to just adjust your foil in the track. Other people will say, well, why don't you just change where your mast base is? Well, 1 centimeter of adjustment of your foil in the track does the same thing as 10 centimeters of adjustment in the mast base. So you just have so much more effect with smaller movement here. Every single other foil sport is using these twin tracks because they understand that we need that adjustability, and why windsurfing chose to go with a Tuttle, like a 1985 windsurf technology, instead of making it compatible with the rest of the foil world, blows my mind. So Tuttle's dead. You've got to have track. You've got to be able to perfectly place that center of lift just for you and just for how you like to set up your foot straps. It's absolutely key. So it's got the big cutout here at the back, just like the Universal there. So it's exactly the same. You can, just like a 2-bolt Chinook base for your mast base, you can take your whole foil off and put your whole foil on without removing the bolts from your pedestal. You know, obviously you've got to push up on the back ones, slide the front ones in, and then let the back ones drop in to get it in. The opposite to get it out. Slide it back here, pull the back ones up, get them out of the way, and then you can slide it out. So you can totally put your whole pedestal on and take it off without removing the bolts all the way from the pedestal, which is totally key. And you just, being able to perfectly place your center of lift for your riding style, your sail, your foil is absolutely key. So Tuttle is no more, and if you're worried about compatibility, this is the most compatible system. If you own a foil that's, medium Tuttle or full deep Tuttle, there's tons of Tuttle to track adapters on the market. They're not too expensive. You get a little bit of extra mass length when you put it on there, but then you can adjust your center of lift. So you have just the amount of front foot pressure or back foot pressure you like. It's the only way to go. The adjustable foil track system there. So yeah, Tony Lagos and I have been ripping these things up all summer, having a total blast. Really excited with how they came out and just having all the options. I know there's so many people out there who really like having their back foot in the middle, a little forward, or all the way back. We got you covered. Wizard V3, you're gonna love it. You should try out the 90 choice. So I have got a lot of comments on people who are worried about the 114 being 10 centimeters narrower than the old 105 and wondering if it would still pop up onto foil as easy, or how easy or hard it was to slog. And all winter I had both these boards on the rack at my windsurf center, so I had tons of guests using both of them, and I'd always quiz everybody, hey, what'd you think of it compared to the 105? And really nobody said that it was harder to slog or didn't get up on the foil as easy as the 105. Everybody was like super surprised that the 114 felt just as stable when you're standing on it slogging and released from the water just as fast as the 10 centimeters wider old 105. There's something about that thickness that has you sitting higher on the water, so it feels easier to bounce the board off the water and up onto a foil. And also just kind of feels like you're standing up on a dock when you're just totally slogging. So if you're worried about the narrower, 10 centimeters narrower width of the 114 over the 105, I really don't think it's a problem. It wasn't any of the feedback that I got down at my windsurf center in Baja. It's just, it sits higher on the water with that 2 centimeters extra thickness, and you can really bounce it up on the foil really well, and it slogs like a dream. So